Did a couple of runs of the lecture theatre just to make sure that we'd stocked up on some blood vials. We'd run out a little bit of blood vials, so we should have enough for a couple of runs now. I didn't do it for too long. But we should have enough. So let's run on back to the Lumenwood Garden and let's just get started. I feel like I should drink some more of this tea. I've done that terrible thing I keep saying I need to stop, where I've made myself a lovely cup of caffeine right before doing a Bloodborne fight, and it's just gonna give me a heart attack again. Either that or it's gonna go cold and I'm not gonna want to drink it. Who knows? Oh, I know why it sounds super quiet. At least I know why it sounds super quiet for me. Kind of tea we having today? Just ordinary English breakfast tea with a little bit of milk, no sugar. Just a nice builder's tea. It solves all ailments and soothes all illnesses. It's not the mic volume that was quiet, it was the, I turned my TV down last night. Just for myself. Right, so we were trying Big Sword. So Maria's really fast, like super quick. Much quicker than I am. And she has reach for days. What I have that she doesn't have, or doesn't like, is a colossal amount of stagger on my greatsword. If I can get her to chill for a few seconds, I can keep her sort of pinned. Of course, apparently some moves are unstaggerable. Ow. Stop it, you're just making me waste my blood vials now. Also, at 1/3 HP and at 2/3 HP, she goes blood crazy. She stabs herself with her own swords. Alright. She's fast, she's edgy. She's Sonic the Hedgehog of Bloodborne. Yep, that was indeed a hitbox. Yeah, she jumps into the sky and then shoots down and causes a huge splash. I'm feeling pretty good about this boss fight. It's not crazy like Ludwig, even if it takes us a long time. I feel like this one's a lot more manageable because she's human-shaped. Like, there's only so much she can do with, like, a few swords. Like, it's all fairly reasonable. So, even if some of it is quite painful and unmanageable, it's not like she has a horse head, for example, that can beat me with its chin. Hi, D-Splay, why don't I parry? Because I don't want to. Why don't you parry? That's my reason. I'm sure you've got a reason for not parrying. Maybe because you're using a two-handed greatsword, which takes up both your hands? That might be a reason. Don't backseat all too much, don't backseat at all, please. Take a few seconds to read channel rules. Nope, don't want to be too close to that when that goes off. Come on, you. Well, I asked for it, I guess. She becomes a lot. I think she becomes a lot harder to stagger in this form. It might be worth switching back to small swords. Oh no, it's still there. Uh-oh. Oop, backwards, please. Yeah, that double overhand swing, she doesn't like me trying to stop her doing that. Nope, not that time. Yes, quick reminder to anyone who's just joining us here. I know this is quite a fun fight that everybody enjoys watching. This is a blind lore playthrough. Never seen this game before. I'm soaking it up as best I can. I'm soaking it up as best I can. If you could all avoid hints, tips, spoilers, backseating, speculation, stuff like that, I would appreciate it. Just sit back and enjoy the struggle. I'm already eating into my blood vial supply. Done. So yeah, I keep trying to go for that third hit on my combo. But she actually gets in a lot quicker than I can swing down. Any other good games you've played on the PS4 that compete with the competence required to beat this game? Yes, probably. But for me, I avoid those kind of games. Anyone, if you stay around here for a few minutes, I don't like this gameplay. The hitting things until they fall over part of any of the Souls games is the weakest part for me. I'm not here for this bit. I just have to go through it to get to the story and the characters and the world building. Oh yeah, Neo. I've played a little bit of Neo. I've just got to sit down with it. I'm going to try the Beast Cutter for a bit. Because this also staggers nicely. Doesn't deal nearly as much damage, but it's a quicker hit that staggers. I've also got to remember, I'm doing the thing I do every time. I'm trying to dodge backwards, I need to dodge sideways. Might be worth heading back to the... Ow, excuse you. Might be worth heading back to the Hunter's Dream and swapping the blood gems over between these weapons. Because this is actually working out quite nicely. Oof, that had a delay on it. Okay, stage 2. Bum, 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 bum. Ow. Not so sure how get those words out my mouth. Not so sure how I feel about the hitbox on that attack, but alright. Or that one, for example. Nope. I might go change over some blood gems. What other games would I recommend? Also, don't like the constant death-to-learn approach to gaming. I've played a bunch of fantastic games on the PlayStation 4. If you're just after PS4 games, Like, Horizon Zero Dawn is possibly the best, like, Ubisoft-style open-world game there is. In fact, I'm gonna have a hard time playing any other collect 'em up after Horizon Zero Dawn. Watch Neo playthroughs, and while the combat looks good, didn't get any interest in any other aspect. You have to be down with the idea that, yes, this is an alternate history Japanese arc. But yeah, it's not quite Dark Souls, it's a bit more sort of Diablo, in a way. Right, I'm going to do a quick blood gem change over here. Take all those out. Take all those out. So this sword may never be as, this beast cutter probably won't ever be as strong as my double-handed greatsword. Just in terms of like scaling and stuff. But I like how hard it hits. Just put that in for now. I like how hard it hits, basically. It hits really hard and quick. Okay, we get 231. Let's just go through and see if we can't improve that any. Oh, for anyone wondering, this is a pure strength build as well. Yeah, 231 looks like my best bet. Cool, so let's beef that up. Need to get a few more blood vials so we can carry on healing. So back to the lecture building. So for anyone wondering what I'm doing here, you heal in this game with a little item called blood vials. They are a finite resource. Ow. They are a finite resource that you have to replenish. Quickest way of doing that is buying them. Quickest way of buying them, coming to this place. The quickest way I've found so far is coming to this place, killing those guys in slow motion, and then just, you know, just buying up stuff. Alright, so let's go back again. I don't know, I really would love to sit and play Neo, but it is very much about the gameplay. I'm not as interested in strange alt history feudal Japan as I am in crazy Lovecraftian Victorian time Bloodborne. So it's a lot harder for me to get past that. You have to be very good at this game to continue method, and yeah, I usually bounce right off games like that. I need my Cthulhu, exactly. Otherwise, what's the point? Alright, Maria. Let's try this again. I suppose now I do have my pistol as well. I could try some parrying now. Wow, that's weird, but okay. I mean, that sort of works. Maybe I should boost my strength and visceral attacks. Ow. stop it. If I'm gonna play around with, parrying, I need to watch out for the delay on her attacks. Try this. Alright. Yeah, okay, that's way too slow for this. Oh, let's just reset this one, shall we? Hey, catnet. Back in high school, I would have been all about Nioh. But these days, feudal Japan as a setting really doesn't do it for you unless it's a game that actually takes proper advantage of the setting, like a new Tenchu or something. I'm always about games that teach me new things about different places. It's the one and only reason why Assassin's Creed Origin is super interesting to me, despite every Assassin's Creed having bitten me on the ass in terms of being fun. I really, really want to see a game that does Mesopotamia nicely. Does all that sweet Egypt. So yeah, Nioh would be super interesting to me, but I'd have to sit there and read all the history lessons and try and ignore the demons and focus on the real names of real people they're talking about. I got that out of pure luck. Maria, please, someone spent a long time. Thank you. So forget my 300 buttocks. Still don't think that one hit me. Please. Alright, stage 2 again. Yeah, that move's kind of nuts. so's the hitbox on it as well. So hopefully I can outpace that. It keeps hitting me every time. Come on, you. She moves faster than a speeding bullet. Stop it. Okay, so she does have a third stage after this. Some of those hit. Here we go. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Alright. Now we'll do the actual fight. Woo! It's hot. Remember to breathe. Talk with your chat and breathe, Chris. stay away from that if I'm honest. Greed is real right now, I'm not gonna lie. You guys can't see how little health she is. I basically can't see the red of the bar anymore. I walked into it. Doesn't matter. There we go. Whew. Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. Defeated. Well, that's not bad. What was that? 2 attempts? 3 attempts? That makes it about... we did it in sub 10. That's pretty good. I know a lot of people were telling me that they had a lot of trouble with this boss fight. I think staggering appears to be the way to do it. Nice, I like it. And a celestial dial. Right. I'm going to take a quick trip back to the Hunter's Dream. We'll come back here and we'll do the lore dissection in just a second. Alright, good job, me. Maria's more of an intimidating boss over an actual hard one. I don't know, I was talking to Mark and he said he was here for like a good 4+ hours. But then he said he did Ludwig really quickly, like in a couple of attempts, so... I don't know, maybe it's just different strokes, I guess. Thought we'd at least get a cool flame sword. I imagine we will.
Very pleasant.
Just want to see if I can get a level. I can get 1. Strength. Give me more strength.
Farewell, good hunt.
Chad, we have to talk. Ram's getting good at games and I don't know what to do. Maybe. Let's have a quick look here. Blade of Mercy. Those are the blades for Eileen the Crow. The Chikage? No, we already had that as well. Guess we just don't have her weapon just yet. I'm gonna do one quick blood vial run just to top myself up. Oh god, hiccups. Is stream sniping an option? Not for me. I play all of these games offline. I always play these games offline. 1, to avoid invaders. I think the invasion part of Dark Souls has always got in the way of the fun for me. Again, it's more unnecessary combat when I'm trying to get story stuff. And secondly, like, it takes away a lot of the game itself. If you go around a corner and see 16 piles of blood and 17 messages all being like, watch out, there's a bastard behind the door. Yeah. Cool. I hate that stuff for the same reason I dislike backseating on Twitch. What's the point in playing the game then? Alright. That should stock us up a little bit. Of course, if that's how you like playing games, knock yourself out. That's fine. You do you. Just let me do me. Yeah, try jumping. Try horse, but hold. Cool. Thanks for adding to the game. Alright. We are blood vialed up. We are boss defeated, and I've only been live for like 40 minutes, and 15 of that was pre-show. I'm gonna run out of stuff to do in Bloodborne at this rate. Ha ha ha, he says, knowing he still has the final boss to go. Gave up on this game after playing for 6 hours and couldn't beat the first boss. You're just bad at games. I used to be like that. It took me... Dark Souls first came out whenever it first came out, and I finally defeated it when I streamed it. At some point in 2015, 16. And I'd owned it since it first came out on the PlayStation 3, so that's how long it took me to get into this cycle. Like, to really get into this. I'm not saying I used to be bad, Dade. I'm not saying, oh, I used to be bad, but now I just kick Bloodborne's arse. No, I think I just got a feel for it. After you've played it enough times, you just sort of get into it, I guess. And I can understand bouncing right off. It's the same reason I don't like MOBAs. I can't get my hands around like QWER being my skills and stuff. That just will not click. So I've tried, bounced off every single one. So while there are generally agreed upon easy and hard bosses, they're really inconsistent in difficulty for people. So if you had a boss that was hard and your friend did it on the first attempt, doesn't mean you're terrible at the game. No, not at all. Like, to be honest, we have so far somehow sailed through Bloodborne. When we got to Ludwig, that was the first boss that took me more than an hour to beat. Maria, we did 2 attempts before I ended the cast yesterday, and we did it in less than 5 today, so... yeah. Maybe it's just something about Bloodborne. Maybe I'm more in tune with the dodge mechanics or something. Am I enjoying it? I'm loving everything about it, Ketnet. Bloodborne has been fantastic so far. But then I'm a big fan of eldritch horror stories. Don't like losing very much. I agree. I'm with you there. I'd rather coast through, get some tasty story. Speaking of tasty story, let's have a look at what we got going on here, shall we? So, Lady Maria was the cleric, or the administrator at least, put in charge of the Healing Church's crazy experiments into communing with the Elder Gods. She overran this facility here at, wherever the hell we are. She was the one responsible for cutting off people's heads, putting them in bags, sewing those bags onto other people's bodies so all the heads would combine and let them hear the drip, drip, dripping of Elder Gods. And we don't really know much about her. She awaits at the top of the astral clock tower, her misshapen, failed creations tending her garden outside. We picked up from her the celestial dial. It's probably a key of some kind. Yep. A celestial dial that functions with the giant astral clock in the Grand Cathedral. When the dial is held up towards the astral clock, the clock will come to life and reveal a secret to its curious interloper. Now that's super cool. So these giant clocks at the front of these cathedrals, they're not timepieces, or at least not in the common sense. They are star mapping clocks, which makes a lot of sense when you think about all of these cosmic beings that they're trying to communicate with. You want a big clock that lets you see, you know, planetary alignments and constellations and stuff like that. I don't know who... I wish I knew more about Maria, to be perfectly honest. Flowers laid on what appears to be a tombstone? But yeah, but not only was she the administrator of this this facility, she guards the astral clock tower. I imagine this is a gateway. I think we're going to turn this on, much like the Crown of Illusions led us into Canehurst. I think once we activate this, we're gonna go somewhere. Well, I wasn't wrong. I want to point out to folks that we are currently many, many meters up in the air. We're at the top of a clock tower of a cathedral. This shouldn't lead to anywhere. Also, can we talk about Bloodborne's eye motif? Remember, eyes are very important. The more eyes you have, the more truths you see, the more transcendent you are to other realms and the Elder Gods. Passing through a circular glowing orifice at the top of the face of the cathedral leads to another place. Yep. That's a doorway. So the secret that the Astral Clock Tower held hidden was... a sleepy riverside town, complete with shipwrecks. Now, we've seen shipwrecks like that before, in Murgo's Nightmare on the Nightmare Frontier. They were drifting in the fog. I've spoken before a couple of times about how, you know, the original, like, Cthulhu myths, the Cthulhu mythology and stuff, takes place on a bunch of boats that go drifting off in the fog and awake in strange new places. Arrive on shores unworldly to the ones they've seen. Some lead elixir. I am not going to go walking out that way, that's for certain. Yep. That's a cliff. Got little cairns made of stone shells. Cairns usually erected as waymarkers for people lost in the wilderness. They are also memorial headstones where events or people have died or something like that. They seem to be leading to the clock tower. I can't tell now if this is the real world or not. It doesn't look like it. This just looks like another layer of reality. There's still the diseased moon up there. Good heck. Someone figured something out. I know Bergenworth. Creatures walking around looking for mercy. Bergenworth apparently did them a wrong in the past. We've heard Kos before. I can't target this thing, whatever it is. Kos we've heard before. Kos was the creature that Mikolash, the nightmare host, was trying to contact. Unfortunately, all he got was Murgo. You're not a bad guy. You're a fish, man. He's got like vestigial arms and Yeah, Kos we've heard before. Kos was a god, or an Elder One, that was known for ascending creatures. Kos granted eyes to Rom the vacuous spider, and then Rom in turn was the one who used his secret rituals to hide whatever it was that the other gods were up to. And like I say, Mikolash, he seems to be he's going from cairn to cairn. Like he's stopping at each of the cairns, sanctifying, pilgrimage, religious fervor of some kind. Okay, but that is the second mention of Kos, or as some say, Cosm. There's a child involved. Bergenworth apparently was not nice around here. Bodies and boats. Okay, I guess into the fishing hamlet we go. How do I know this? From how do I know everything that's happening in the game? By paying attention. How do I know what he's doing? By looking at him. How do I know that's what he is doing at those cairns? Pure 100% guesswork. But like I said, a cairn specifically is a shrine or an important marker of direction or event or death. And heck, the pilgrimages are well known in European culture. There's the one, is the Portuguese one. You walk the northern coast of Portugal and stuff like that. You go and visit all these shrines, but you have to do it with a potato in your shoe? Oh, you're meant to do it with potatoes in your shoe or something like that, or wear wooden clogs or something. Anyway, going on pilgrimages to chapels. Not unheard of. I'm getting Shadow over Innsmouth vibes here. It's another Lovecraft tale for anyone who's not met it. Shadow in Innsmouth has fishmen coming out of the lake at night, coming out of the ocean at night. Check the shape. Dangling upside down rune, the symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes. But that's unimportant. The point is, that is the symbol of a hunter. Now, I feel that just means that the hunters were well known for stringing up their victims. I think the hunters have been through here at some point. Probably when they were working with Bergenworth and collecting research materials. You got the okay to say this? You can find Maria Law at the Insight Shop. I was going to check there. Usually when you kill these big hunters, these well-known bosses, there's some insight stuff available. We'll go check that out next time we go back this. Go back this, go back there. Okay then. Definitely making the gameplay a whole nother level with these lore inputs. So many people have rushed into the games. I hope people are enjoying them. I can't rush through the games. I'm physically incapable because I'm not that good at them, and I'm also... I don't want to. So I'm glad people are enjoying how I play. Oh hey look, fishymen's. What a surprise. Everything here is barnacle encrusted. I feel like this whole place might have been underwater at some point. Maybe this is like our Ryla, lying at the bottom of the ocean, ready to erupt from the sea at the waking of dread Cthulhu. Maggots and filth writhing everywhere. So we've spoken a few times about how each and every different Elder God appears to come with a different theme. The original Paleblood. We still haven't finished the main story, so we don't know all of the secrets just yet. But the original Pale Presence, the one that started the workshop hunters off, he's associated with tendrils and slugs and bioluminescent creatures that lurk at the bottom of the ocean. Murgo, and the Nightmare of Mensis, associated with spiders and snakes and blood and other things that give people nightmares. We've had a third one? Maybe we've had a third one, but this place, rock and stone and ocean smell and barnacles and rot. Whatever is here is an old one. It taps into primal fears. At least that's what I'm reading into it so far. Hey, Lady Cadishing, how are you today? Welcome on in. There's a constant background murmur. People praying, maybe. Shut up in their hamlets. Spiders, blood, and other things besides. Alright, that's got a hell of a wind up to it, doesn't it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, these guys are actually quite strong. They're super slow. I think they're upset with you. Good. Means I'm doing my job right. Yeah, piles of bodies and maggots and the smell of the sea here. Good morning. Always check the roof, but I feel like whatever's causing this is more related to the original, like the original Hunter's contact than it ever was to Mensis and Murgo. This is another drippy tentacle beast. I'm guessing it's going to be Kos or Cosmo. Oh. Go over here a second. Let me deal with. Let me deal with those two first, and then we'll deal with whatever's trying to throw horrible skulls at me. So these guys part of the Raisin Head boys. I don't quite recognize what you're getting at with that. Shit, alright. He was dressed a lot like the one going from cairn to cairn we met at the start that wasn't aggro. They're obviously the priests of these villages. Like if they're the ones going from marker to marker to do the rites, and they've got the ability to perform magic, yeah. Come here. I can see those highly explosive fishing jars right next to you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go over here. I ain't playing with you. I'm not gonna go over there and stand next to those explosive barrels. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. The big boys that grabbed me. Oh, you mean the amygdalas? No. The amygdalas, as far as I can tell, are just minor great ones. They're treated in a lot of Yharnam's like religious structure as guardians and gatekeepers. I think those just sort of appear everywhere. Like a parasite almost. Kind of bumped into them all over the shop, really. They remind me a lot, actually, of the spiders and stuff. Actually, no, saying that. They remind me of the spiders and things, who worked for Murgo and Mensis. So bubbly. Fine, you go hide under the stairs, I don't care. Oh no, you can jump through the stairs. Of course you can. Why wouldn't that be a thing you're able to do? Why would it be reasonable not to expect you to not go through the stairs? Yeah, this new redesign of the Zora. 10 out of 10. Oh, somebody thinks they heard me in here. Come on in. I want to try and get a good look at one of these fellows at some point. I really like this beast cutter. I want to find a blood rock if I can, so I can get it to +10. But it's a really nice single hand weapon. Really does some decent battering damage. Out you go. That's what that guy was trying to sneak me around to. Oh, there's a big fishy man over there. Hey, we're gonna try and ambush me. Cheeky bastards. Alright, cool. Small little house filled in. Couple more blood vials. This is a ladder. Ooh, I don't know how I've... No, 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 no. We've heard that singing before. That is the singing we heard in the Nightmare of Mensis. Hi, buddy. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's usually sung by siren creatures that will fry you instantly. With their crazy eyeball powers, so, yeah, neat. Alright, let's get a good look at you folks. So we presume that these have to have once been people. I'm looking at them, they're wearing clothes. Namely face coverings as well. Oh, this is all entirely my own speculation revision. This is all everything I've picked up from the game myself. But yeah, they're wearing clothes. Clothes are a very human thing. I don't imagine monsters created by a nightmare that exists outside of space and time have much need for modesty. Certainly not in the crotchal regions. And they also have face coverings, much like the Beastmen in Old Yharnam. Obviously, while they were turning, they tried their hardest to hide their shame. Disgusted with the look of each other's faces and things, so... This was once an ordinary person town, and now... it's home to fish people. Dead fish people. Cool. Some blood vials. I'm convinced those lanterns are going to explode. I get too close to an edge, someone's gonna chuck something down at me. Right. I think I might be able to get the drop on Whale Boy. Great One's wisdom. This person saw something. What did they see? Whatever happened at the well, I guess. Have I ever read anything by H.P. Lovecraft? A few things. Some of his longer stories, some of his shorter stories, his poems. I have his extended collection of works on my bedside table for light bedtime reading. Super enjoy the recent adaptations, work by people like Cassandra Core. But yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Here's a shortcut ladder. Yes. Wonderful. Keep an eye on the rooftops. Ever since we got dropped on by those bag of hats. Always keep an eye on the roof. Well, they're butchering the meat for food, for parts. Hi. Oh, you still got me. I even turned around and I'm still ow. Well. I deserve that for not. I deserved everything that happened there. I heard him drop. I turned. We stared at each other lovingly in the eyes for what felt like an eternity. And then he grabbed me. So everything that just happened was entirely my fault and I deserved every second of it. Sigh. Alright. On the bright side, shortcuts. Bexy, thank you for that fat host. I appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. I know from interviews I've read this area is largely based off a Japanese manga. I know the whole Soulsborne franchise is steeped in Berserk, I think it is. I think Berserk is a lot of it. I've not really read the manga. I'm stood here and I'm thinking, it's Shadow of Innsmouth. Like, it couldn't not be, but I don't read that much. I don't read that much. Did I mention in the other room how I needed to keep staring at the ceiling? I immediately forgot. Enjoy the lurk, Bexy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sending everybody over. Welcome everybody in from Bexy's channel. We're doing a first time blind lore through of Bloodborne. It's been good fun so far. Alright. Thank you very much. Let's not go through that again. Alright, what are you doing over here? Dying is what? Ooh, harrowed stuff. Oh, and that drops down to the building we cleared out last time. Wonderful. Bloodstone chunk. Okay, cool. Not a bad haul of items. So I'm super interested in the harrowed gear. Priest is back at the well. We're gonna have to go deal with him at some point. So harrowed. term meaning pestered, constantly gone at. Also, these are the same clothes as that guy we keep bumping into. That's what he's wearing. Certain church hunters obfuscate their identities and slip into the nooks and crannies of the city. This is the garb that allows these harrowed individuals to go unnoticed. These hunters are keen to early signs of the scourge, serving as a first line of defense against its outbreak. Or, perhaps, when the time is ripe, they find the signs of the scourge where there are none. It just goes to show, the corner beggar is not always who he seems. So remember, the church is responsible for the beast plague. It makes a perfect amount of sense that they would have people trying to counteract it, or maybe going to a sleepy little fishing hamlet where nobody bothered anybody and saying, hey, in this sleepy little fishing hamlet where nobody bothers anybody, there are definitely, wink, signs of the beast plague here, wink, wink. We should definitely, wink, send some more church hunters in to do some stuff. Those eradications, you can't prove it at all. I can't, you're right. So the Canehurst has done us rather well so far. Pretty decent arcane defense. I was wearing the Canehurst armor for Lady Maria. I might give this harrowed stuff a go for a bit. Alright. I'm gonna go back and clear everything out again. Just so I don't have anything chasing me from behind on the way through. Coming through. Show me there are set bonuses? Nope. No. You get your bonuses from the armor you wear in terms of their various damage resistances, but not really. Some armors, if you wear the full set, you can get some NPC interactions that are quite nice, but yeah. I'm just all about that fashion soul's life. I just like looking good, he says, wearing a horrific beggar's costume. All about looking good. I need to finish this tea. Just waiting for this. Just waiting for that guy to notice me. As a history fan, I find a lot of correlation between what happened in Yharnam, whoop, and the Anabaptist Munster Rebellion. I would love to check that out. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now because if, as you say, it's kind of related to the story, similar to the story, I don't want to spoil the ending for myself, but for sure, let me write that. I want to check that out. I'm always down for learning something new. In fact, if a day goes by on this cast when I'm not looking up something I've found out, then it's a bad day. Cool. I will check that out. Alright. Right now, though, we're dealing with fishmen's. Baby steps. Just don't want squid people chasing me from behind. I want to get the spear dude's attentions. I'll run in and clear out the priest in a bit. Oh dang! You were just outside my arc. Oops. Alright. Skulls dealt with. You're over there. You're not hurting anybody right now. Knock knock. Interesting to know if they actually researched anything in terms of social dynamics, experiments on population, cult behavior. We'll discuss Soul's theories, it's usually just motifs, themes, and visual literary inspirations. If we talk about IRL stuff, it's always mythology, never history. Possibly. I mean, heck. There is the phrase, art imitates life. Like, Cthulhu cults, perhaps not, but church indoctrination, it's not an unheard of thing. Yeah, I mean, it'd be super interesting to hear. Because you know someone out there has made themselves a Cthulhu cult. They've tried to organize, like, actual prayers to elder gods and stuff like that. Alignments of the stars and things like that. Check out the Hardcore History podcast episode about Monster Rebellion. Dan Calling's really good. I will do. We'll look into it. I'm super curious how something from history can be related to the crazy, weird, messed up blood things that have been happening in Yharnam. That's what super interests me. How you can draw correlations between me fighting fish people and an actual thing. Hey Meandalum, how are you? Do-do-do-do. Knock, knock. It's them too. They brought out the artillery to meet me, okay. What are the chances of it being just you? Oh, we've got the hanging heads. That's always a... I desperately want to run around a corner just yet. Oh no, fish doggoos! Oh no, well... Borf borf. No. Alright, just gonna ignore me. Cool. Alright, great. Fish dogs. Kinda see something like the hunt existing even if it doesn't involve literal werewolves and Cthulhu's little brothers and sisters. Jesus, take a look at literally any witch hunt. I live in the city where the last person in the UK was burnt at the stake for witchcraft. And it wasn't that long ago. Not burnt at the stake, right there. Last person executed for practicing black magic. I think they were hanged. But, yeah. That mass hysteria identifying a small part of the population as devils? Heck, it still happens. Oh, there's a whole bunch of friends. Okay. Come on then. Stop making all the noise and come and have a go. Oh, you've got throwing ones. Okay. What's the plan here, Chris? Where are we going? It's good to know fish dogs are still as annoying as regular dogs. Come on, you. I need just, like I said, stop it. I would love just that extra +1 on this sword, because I'm killing these guys in 2 and a little bit hits. And I would really appreciate them just dying. More statues again. Turns out when you start worshipping elder gods, they really like it when they make when you make statues of them. There's a priesty boy up on that hill. All right. Again, if I had had just a smidge more damage. Okay. Yeah. How do we get up there? Right hand side by the looks of things. We're gonna run up. There's a big fish boy behind me, I can hear him. Woo! Ow, he still hit me somehow. Time to be somewhere else, please. Hi! Oh god, you're beefy. Okay. Quick step back here. Oh, that's a thing you can do. Oh, please stop. Oh, please never do that again. Nope. Those guys are horrible. Okay. Got horrible whale faces and everything. Okay, getting past those is going to be fun. There's the troll from Harry Potter. Right. We've cleared all of that nonsense out before. I want to see if we can... Let's see if we can run past any of this. If I don't have to sit around and play silly buggers with these guys, I won't. Someone heard me. Go away. Alright, blood echo is retrieved. I love being assaulted by big boy fish. It's the real name, look it up in the guide. Did I just not follow that up with a second swing for a reason, or were we just lazy today? Thank you. Oh yeah, when you go through the area the first time, you can spend forever trying to kill all of the enemies. That's fine. Once you know that you can run past a place, of course that's what you're gonna do. Alright. Nope, 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 nope. Bad skulls. Yeah, they're not dogfish, they're fish dogs. They have the head of a fish on a dog. Fish dogs. It's just standard naming procedure, I didn't invent it. What if I just didn't though? What if I just didn't? And I came in here and didn't. Well, what? You wait outside, this is my house. Of course. Of course. Of course. Go away. Right. Take a quick trip back to the Hunter's Dream. I need more blood vials. I need to get that fish off my arse. Cool. We found a lantern. You despise the smell of fish, so this place would be hell? Not just fish, but fish just lying in the sun, or the rain in this case, just sweating away, becoming turgid with rot, swelling with maggots. I'm gonna use all my blood echoes on that, because I'm crazy. The lighthouse hut. Cool. He's being very polite and only trying to kill you from the other side of the wall. You and I have different definitions of the word polite. And it's raining indoors. Oh, my life. Right, so we have a new starting place. Where did we run in screaming from? We ran in screaming from this direction. Maybe we can go back there and have a look in a second. We have a doorway that does not open. I thought there were, like, when I came in, there was like the screen did its vignette thing when someone's talking, but no one actually said anything. I think Fishman might have just mauled this person. Jaxo, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the show. Turns out he was here the whole time. Did you get killed by the fish? I got killed by the fish as well. It's fine. You and me both.
You. I'm afraid I've made a botch of things. Oh, I can hear the bell now. The beast-eyed assassin. He's after me. Again. And again. It never ends.
Now that's interesting. We're wearing an outfit the same as his outfit called the Harrowed Garb. Now we were people sent into places to scout out for signs of disgustingness. The Beast Hide Assassin. Maybe the beasts themselves had active agents trying to kill out the hunters so they could continue to breed in peace. We've also been asked if we can hear the bell by somebody locked in a basement cell in the Healing Church. They asked us if we could hear, they were sat there ringing a bell, and we couldn't hear it. Sorry, apparently that's what I do when I have an epiphany. Just accept it. The bell is synonymous with hunters. Hunters use the bell to talk to each other and transmit between realms of reality. We know that. That's part of the whole PvP thing. In this world, there is an assassin who hunts church hunters who have ingratiated themselves into society by ringing a bell. You wouldn't be able to hear this bell unless you were a hunter. So he rings the bell, asks the person if they can hear it, and if they can, he kills them. I'm guessing, for whatever reason, because we haven't been touched by this madness, we can't hear him ringing the bell yet. But I'm sure something is going to happen where we're going to attain some kind of knowledge. We'll be able to hear this assassin's bell. The guy locked in the basement currently at the Healing Church. And he's going to go apeshit on us. I'm gonna submit that and see how that turns out.
Please. I need you to do something. This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please. Bring to an end the horror. So our forefathers sin. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
Simon's Bowblade and the underground cell inner chamber key. Well, I think we know how we're getting into the hidden cells beneath the Healing Church now. Also, hey Legion, thank you for the host. How are you today? Can we hear a bell or is that just the music? That, you're very right, that is the sound of these hunters' lanterns. Remember what I said? Bells call out to the hunters and allow them to go between realms. That's how we get back to the hunter's dream. We follow the lights, we follow the bells. I'm guessing that guy was Simon, if I had to make a guess. Simon's Bowblade. Strength and blood tinge damage. The choice weapon of Simon, one of the first Healing Church hunters. Simon despised firearms, and so the church workshop had this specially fashioned to his liking. The large curved blade serves as a bow when transformed. But aside from a few close friends, Simon was scoffed at for his choice of arms. For who would dare face the beasts with a measly bow? Well, I imagine if you're undercover... somewhere and concealing a firearm is kinda hard. But a sword that turns into a bow, that's pretty useful. Well, thanks, Simon. Guess we've got to keep an ear out now for the Beast Hide Assassin. Oh, we also got the key. Let's check the key. Bum, 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 bum. Hang on, I'm being an idiot. Here we go. Key to the inner chamber of the cell below the Grand Cathedral. The innermost chamber of the underground cell holds a lone madman. He wears a beast hide and rings a bell that emits no sound. Unending death awaits those who can hear the soundless bell. That's right. Now the question is, has he been captured by the Healing Church? Or is he an agent that works for them? And they keep him on storage in case we need to In case we maybe need to deal with a hunter who's gone rogue. Maybe. Okay, so that's the return. That's the return journey. Ooh, hello. Some kin cold blood. That set looks like garbage because it's not the best defense. I mean, it's not the best defense. It's got the best spread of defense though, for sure. Like, we've got a lot of other stuff in here that does like a little bit more of this and a little bit more of that, but look at all the numbers across that. It's either just above or just below 100 in every capacity. That's some pretty solid defense. Alright, well. I guess we go this way. Can hear someone walking around, just want to make sure nobody's following me. Okay. A gravestone, a sunflower, a view of the diseased moon. Now the sunflowers are super important to the people currently undergoing crazy transformations. And to Lady Maria. Someone was buried here at the view overlooking the something. Like a giant leaf, or actually it's like a sea slug or something. Yeah, the vista point overlooking the bay. Whoever was buried here was really in touch, and yeah, each of these elder gods has a specific flower that's their motif. Like I say, it's the white starburst for the hunters of the workshop, and it's the thorny, crazy blood flowers for Murgo. Here it would appear to be white-petaled sunflowers. Have no memory of this place? You didn't do the DLC or finish the game. Well then, I'm not surprised you have no memory of the place, Legion. That kinda all makes a bit of sense, really, doesn't it? I might be in trouble. I can hear the bell. Alright, where are you, sod? Bring it on. I'll fight you. I'll fight anybody. Yeah, that is definitely a bell. No two ways about it. Well, that's usually how assassins in these games tend to appear. That's an interesting weapon you got there, buddy. Ow. Ow. Really didn't want to fight this guy on a cliff, but here we are. Stop it. Oh, he drank that lead elixir. Ah, it makes his skin, like, super impervious. Not that impervious, though. Yeah, so you, like, bounce off him. Sit down. Well, there's the Beast Hide Hunter. With his crazy-ass mace. Bloodied armbands. Don't know if that's the last we've seen of him. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp hide while still moist with blood. Most of the bloodstains on his hide were wet from that day. Let me read that sentence again, but this time with the correct words in the right order. Usually helps. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the bloodstains on this hide were from that day. So Brador had some beast compatriots and he took their fresh skin and wore it. That tells me that there might be another... might be another beastie man on the way somewhere. Compatriot implies more than one. Silver bullets, thank you very much. That was a very pretty morning star. Kind of concerned by the way he stabbed himself through the heart to power it up, but it's a little bit of heart stabbing among friends. Okay, so we can explore the village a little bit, or we can carry on this way. I can't tell if I can hear a bell on the wind or not. Well, there's no helping some people. I don't know what your deal is, but I'm not going to let you do it. Alright, fishmen summoned lightning from the heavens. Again, lightning's really only an effect we've seen around Dark Beast Parl. No one else seems to employ it a huge amount. Sorry, did I interrupt your meal? No worries, Rental. Thank you for tuning in for a bit. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy work, or endure work to the best of your capabilities. We'll always be here. All of these shells and stuff. And like slugs and fish everywhere. It is nice to see the creatures walk off a cliff for a change. It's nice when it happens to other people. So many of these shells stacked up. It's like when you saw like drawings of when they came back from the Galapagos on the Beagle and stuff like that, with just stacks of empty sea turtle shells when they were like, oh, we've found all of these animals, and then we ate them all. I wonder if that's what these big snails are. They're food. A lot of them and they're everywhere. We haven't seen anything that comes out of them yet. Hide inside the shells for extra defense. Oh shit. Clear out over here a second. Doesn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Alright, I'll go deal with the lightning dude in a second. Clear out his friends first. Oh. Oh. Hey, shortcuts. Look at that. Brilliant. Perfect. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier, I won't lie. Deal with the fish wizards first. Deal with Mr. Knife and Fork second. Wonderful, nicely cleared out. Plenty of Quicksilver bullets. They're electric magic, powered by Quicksilver. That was a terrible, terrible mistake because I missed like every attack. It all worked out in the end. Did I play Dark Souls 2? I have played all of the Souls games. I played Demon Souls halfway through before I decided I didn't like the mechanics. And I haven't played the Dark Souls 3 DLC. But all of the other Dark Souls, Demon Souls games, that's what I've played. Everything else apart from those bits. I still need at some point to go back and do the Dark Souls 3 DLC, but I really need a good reason for it. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fighting things in Dark Souls isn't the appeal, and the story of Dark Souls isn't as good as Bloodborne is being. I'm not the biggest fan of their time travel, eternal cycle mumbo jumbo. It's just a lot harder to piece together for me. Right, I'm going to go check out the outside of this village first. Before I go down into the cavern of snails. I swear I'm hearing a bell somewhere. Might have to go and deal with the guy in the cell. I wonder if he's still sat in the cell ringing his bell to summon invaders to meet even all the way over here. Could be. That's what I would do. Definitely hear it ringing. I'm not going to be surprised if he gets summoned in again. Okay, a house full of... houses full of goop mans. I want to deal with the wizard before Spear Boy if I can. Couldn't, but oh well, worked out in the end. Goes me. Alright, let me catch up on a bit of chat here. A lot of famous lorsters, do not like Bloodborne, because in Bloodborne you only really get half the story. It's a lot more ambiguous than Dark Souls. No, I'm inclined to disagree. Obviously, I don't have the complete tale of either game. In Bloodborne, you are a character going through a series of events, and you're sort of like cleaning up what happened afterwards. And yes, it can be hard to piece together because you're not directly correlated to the events, as far as I know. But you are actually involved in the story. Whereas with Dark Souls, it's like, yeah, you're just sort of, you're doing what everybody else did. And the best part of Dark Souls lore and stuff is going, oh, there's a guy. He did a thing, I guess. The same thing I'm doing, but did it in a different way. And it's just, and it's like, it's not it's not relatable. It's not like this story where there's an unreliable narrator or anything like that. We don't have all of the facts. In Dark Souls, it's very much a case of, so some stuff happened. I don't know. This is just my uneducated take on it. I'd have to play through all of Dark Souls in a proper lore playthrough to understand it. I don't know. For me, with Bloodborne, there is a story. For Dark Souls, there's some metaphors that you have to fight your way through. Probably don't want to descend that ladder with the welcoming party down there. And I'm fairly sure as well, it's a lot of the Dark Souls lore was stretched out because they're like, hey, we've made 2 more games. Let's try and make it all fit, I guess. I really don't know how to tackle all of this down here. There's a lot of stuff down here. One second. I want to see. I've just noticed something, and I want to see if it's either my brain playing tricks on me, or what. Major difference is that in Souls game you enter the world much later than major events, whilst in Bloodborne not much time. I think I prefer it that way. Because I feel like with Bloodborne we're catching up. We're like, oh god, this might have happened last week. And we're trying to like stop whatever happened before we got there from continuing. I really like that. Whereas with Dark Souls it's very much oh, we're just kinda, it's an ancient civilization, okay. So the thing I wanted to look at is actually correct. That's the water level for up here. That's a big sailing ship and that's an ocean? The water level down there is much lower. That is a much lower water level. Now, I don't want to immediately say that that's poor design, because in this game it probably means that whatever's down there... I don't know, doing some funky stuff with the tides. Alright, do I want to play around in this village? There's probably going to be something interesting around here. Just gotta pick my fights carefully, I guess. I didn't get into the Demon Souls story at all. Again, it was a lot of disjointed mess, as opposed to anything I could really, like, sink my teeth into. No fish dogs are still as unreliable as the other dogs in the game. Right. Well, let's try not to walk off a cliff edge here if we can. That happened as much as I feel like it shouldn't. One would feel a mace to the face would be enough to maybe stop some attacks, but here we go. Again, this is I'm dropping all of these opinions on stories and stuff, and I really am having done this Bloodborne lore playthrough, I've seen that I don't know the stories. I don't know what Dark Souls' story really is. I've got my ideas from the metaphors that I picked up, but I'm gonna have to. I have to sit and do, like I've done with Bloodborne, a 40, 50 hour plus playthrough to really get it. So all of these things I'm saying are very much in a case of, you know, this idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. One day, I might put in the effort. I don't know when that day will be. Let's see, can we get you one at a time? They're in there praying. In there praying to something. Don't you dare try and grab me. Alright. Alright. Another bloodstone chunk. We've got plenty of bloodstone chunks. I'm really after a blood rock. A blood rock would make my day, and I don't want to drop, like, what is it, 60 insight on it or whatever. That's a lot of friendos. Oh, that was embarrassing. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. I'll choose the game, I don't care. I ain't proud. You give me a weapon that can attack through a wall, I will attack through a wall. I am glad we can have these discussions about Souls games in this channel, though, without someone going off the rails. I'm aware that the mere mention of Demon Souls 2 is enough for some people to go into a lathering rage, so thank you for keeping it civil. I really appreciate it. Fair. I was attacking them through the walls. That's fair. However, I'm going to keep doing it. If we're all playing this game now, we're all... Oh shit, no we're not. I deserve that because I got cocky. Right, how do I get back to all of that? How do I get back through all of that? Because that's, well, no, I guess... I could take the shortcut, but that would just leave me in... That would just leave me in that part. I could just go this way again. In terms of discussion, nothing is sacred, nothing's offensive. I mean... True, but... People are offensive. Very offensive sometimes. Every time, eh? Now that's cool. I might take a quick swing back to the Hunter's Church at some point. Take a swing. Thank you. only got so many bullets here. See, this is why you use a slightly smaller weapon. Charge up's not so obvious. Oh, that's got, whoa, 6 attacks on it. Alright, that just keeps going. And going, and going, and going. Now, I'm wondering if we want to take a quick swing back to the healing church and deal with our man in a basement causing us trouble. I'm assuming there's some good stuff in this village. So far, plenty of bloodstone chunks, but that's been about it. Come on then. Oh, fool got him, I didn't. Him by doggos. Stop it. You're gonna try to push me in the ocean or something. What's going on here? Drive him into the sea! Right, that could have gone smoother, but it didn't. I remember getting to the Tower of Latcher and Demon Souls. Again, I think for anyone wondering where I sit with Demon Souls, I got to about... I think I got to the third world, the third zone in most of the world, so I saw a fair chunk of, like, what they were going for. But I didn't necessarily see everything or piece it together. Into the sea! This guy hurts. Go back to sleep there, buddy. It's fine. Game on you. Alright, one down. Oh, excuse me. Should probably take a break at some point. It's been 2 hours. Go. Right. Let's try this bit again. Everyone stood up for me for a second there. Well, I was kind of hoping I could find my way out of this room, but it's cool. Just gonna bounce off some dogs for a bit. Right. Got my blood echoes back, thank you very much. Some blood vials, some more blood vials. Should be most of them. See what people are talking about in chat, talking about how Dark Souls 2 and 3, like how they differed and stuff. For me, the problem was always with Dark Souls 2 and 3 because they had this story of cycles and like, oh, it's the same every time, but slightly different. What we ended up with was what was always going to be the same game. Like if you make a story about the story being the same story over and over again, I don't know, it seemed like that was going to be inevitable anyway. Quicksilver bullets, nice. Okay, so we can't get up there. We'd have to drop down from above. That's fine, we can figure that out. Anything over here in this part of town? As far as I can tell. Extra blood vials. So far it hasn't felt worth clearing this area out. Maybe I just gotta find the good secrets. Oh, that door's locked, that ain't opening. This definitely goes somewhere. Question, of course, being where? I think what's his name's on his way back. Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you here. You got enough to drink there, buddy. Ah, joke's on you. Now you're in the dead end. Stop it. Mace has way too many attacks. Jog on. The beast hide garb. What was that noise? That sounded different. Love how you scold enemies in the game like you would a nagging child. It's either that or yelling at them, and I've never enjoyed people yelling at stuff. Did I just make a Hot Fuzz reference? Maybe. Maybe. Don't call me out on that. It's my own witty banter. How dare you? I come up with all my own jokes. Aha, need to be something back here. Tempering blood gems. So yeah, maybe it's maybe let's not go back and kill all the people under the church. Kill the bell ringing guy. Maybe let's stay here and fight him until we get all of his clothes. The bloodied hide of a horrible cleric beast pulled over the back. Without the attached beast hide, this foreign garb wouldn't raise anybody's eyebrows. Breda donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. So Brador, assumably, was one of these, like, harrowed hunters. One of his fellow hunters turned into a beast, so he killed him and skinned him and wore his hide. First Shaun of the Dead, but Hot Fuzz is good too. I watched Hot Fuzz in the cinema, and I thought, holy crap, this is where I grew up. Hot Fuzz is a perfect representation of my childhood, like, village. Only minus the other stuff that happens in it. I connected with that film on a spiritual level. Didn't think a huge amount of The World's End, the third one, the third of the Cornetto trilogy as they're called. Didn't like that one a huge amount, mostly because I feel... who's the other? No, not that one, that one. I'd rather kill the enemy and not get exploded, personally. That one was on a delayed fuse. Are we done? 3 bloodstone chunks, nice. Yeah. And I definitely didn't like Paul, but then Paul was a Shaun of the Dead movie made for an American audience, and just, you can tell. I'm not saying that American humor is bad, I'm just saying the British humor is infinitely superior. No, it's a lot of jokes that just not... They just didn't track well for me. Especially going into it thinking, oh boy, a new Simon Pegg film. Oh yeah. Just wasn't, it's just not the same. Right. Cool. I guess we go back to the... Guess we go back to Fishtown now. Fishtown, USA. Yeah, I would be hard pressed to pick a favorite between Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. It's just because of one of them set in a London pubby style, which I don't get, and the other one's set in a small friendly village, which I totally get. Right, I'm gonna do a quick thing here. It's been a while since we had enough souls or blood echoes that we could level up, so I can jump down there. So that's what I'm going to go and do. No Baby Driver talk? Oh, I haven't seen Baby Driver yet. Plus, yeah, let's talk about movies that have been out for more than, say, 6 months. Just because, you know, it takes a while for people to catch up on stuff. The same reason I don't like people talking about the games that I'm playing. Let's save all the games that I'm going to play. Let's save the spoilers for upcoming films as well. I know German awaits me at the Great Tree, but I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to do, doll. More strength. Who needs any other skill when you've got strength?
Farewell, good hunter.
I haven't seen the latest Blade Runner either, unfortunately. I really need to make a more concerted effort to watch films, because there's such a big talking point, and I'm just like, nope, haven't seen them. Nope. What are films? Like, I haven't seen the last 3 Star Wars movies, for example. Alright, break time. It's been like 2.5 hours. Let's not put that balance like that. I'll fire my gun and kill someone. There we go. Let's take a quick break, shall we? Let's talk about Beasts and Bloodborne. No, let's get banned if we talk about Beasts and Bloodborne. Don't talk about the game that I'm playing, Legion. You've been here long enough. Come on. Right. Thank you all for tuning in today. I'm having a fantastic time. I feel like we're getting close to something. I feel like we're definitely getting close to something. But I need to go and grab myself another drink. Otherwise I'm just going to run my throat ragged. See you all in a bit. Grab yourselves a cup of tea, cup of coffee, a cake, whatever. I will be right back. Alright, thank you for waiting there for a few moments while I got myself some delicious juice. Gotta keep the vitamins high so that my blood is extra tasty. How are we all doing? Tawny, how are you today? I was gonna say a thing. Oh yes! Thank you all for being here. There's actually a ton of you, which is really awesome. Just so everybody knows, the next game on the list is 2016's Doom. I haven't had a chance to play through that game, and we're going to do the same as we're doing here. We're going to take it slow, we're going to soak it all up and see what we can find. So, if you're enjoying this style of playthrough, I'm going to be doing a lot more of them. A lot of different kind of games as well. Doom is next on the list. Sunny D, no, I said nutrients and vitamins. Not chemicals and tanning products. Where's my phone buzzing? Give me 1 second. Hey, new parcel. Cool. Alright. Shall we carry on? Should we carry on with our lives? There's a list? There is a list. I just very rarely actually cribbed from it. So, before I leave, before we go back to the fishing hamlet and see what's going on down on the beach, we are going to go see if we can catch up on some lore for Lady Maria. Oh, you can wear her clothes. Alright, let's read about Lady Maria. Why is the house on fire? I recommend you go and watch the previous 12 VODs to figure out why the house is on fire. I don't actually know why the house is on fire, so do not answer that question. If you do, you will be timed out. Among the first hunters, all students of Gurman, was the Lady Hunter Maria. This was her hunter's garb, crafted in Canehurst. I thought she came from Canehurst because she like all the Canehurst people, stern, austere faces, long silver hair. I thought that's where she came from. Maria is distantly related to the undead queen, but had great admiration for Gurman, unaware of his curious mania. Now this is where we have a small problem. This is where we're going to run into a small thing. Bloodborne was released, and then everybody played through Bloodborne, and was like, oh, awesome. Then the DLC came out, and everybody was like, hooray, more awesome. I've not finished the base game yet. I've met Gurman a few times, and I now know he's waiting for me somewhere, and people may have let slip that it's the final boss. So we're getting some information about characters from the base game who we haven't finished fleshing out yet. So Gurman has a curious mania, although perhaps his curious mania is this young lass here. A girl with a stern, austere face and silver hair. Maybe that's why Gurman took Maria on as a student, and his crazy mania is he just loves those dolls. Or he crafted the doll to look like the queen at Canehurst, who has her face completely covered. So many questions. What are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about Doom and stuff? Yeah, apparently the new Doom actually has like a storyline you can go through and like stuff to find and things. It's not going to take nearly as long as Bloodborne has. I'm not going to be on Doom for 12 casts, I can tell you that much. That'll be a week at most, probably. If you're getting stuttering bear, it's on your end, I'm afraid, or Twitch's end. Everything's fine here. Did the hat, everything's anything else? Okay, so Lady Maria was one of the first hunters. We know that Ludwig and apparently Maria split off from the workshop hunters to become part of the Healing Church. Cool, a little bit of Maria lore. I like that. It's been a while. Yes, I need to do the new Wolfenstein, especially the second part. Me and Mark played through Wolfenstein, the old Colossus. No, Wolfenstein. Which was the first one? We played through the first new Wolfenstein on Press On, but I'd love to go through it again and actually take it all in. And then, yeah, do the second game as well. That's on the list. Just gotta find the time. New Order, that's the first one, yes. Bastards. You can't even see me. I'll take the lightning hits if it gets rid of the wizards. Kind of just brute forced my way through that, but whatever. We're in. Yeah, I've got a lot of games on the list that I want to go through in slow time. Like, I'd love to do the Last of Us again. Go through and really understand what's going on there, but it's just, I say I'm not a full-time streamer anymore. I have been streaming full-time recently, but I'm not a full-time streamer anymore, so it's making the judgment call between, well, cost and time. I haven't played Hellblade. Hellblade's on the list for sure. Heck, I've still got The Last Guardian to do from 2,000 years ago. We got eggs, we got slugs, we got shell cases. This is either a breeding ground or a feeding ground. Things are either growing out of those shells and being winkled out and eaten by something, or they are still in the shells, I guess. Okay, they're still in there. Just take just a few seconds to sort of soak up the imagery right here. The Augur of Abritus, remnant of the Eldritch Truth. Invertebrates known to be augurs of the Great Ones to partially summon abandoned Abritus. An empty shell. These things... Ah! Alright, there's a... Nope, nope, nope. Alright, okay, it's happening anyway. These things are definitely related to the Great Ones, all these slugs and shit on the ground. Just go a little bit slower while we're here. Okay, they all sound, whether or not that's what they actually are, but they all sound like ladies. Stuffed inside the shells first. Born inside the shells, just naturally like that. I love the reach on this weapon. Like, I don't get on with it when I have to be quick. But when I've got time like this... Oh, it's so nice. So, so nice. Born of the shell, made men by the shell. Undone by the shell. Fear the old world. Just thought I'd check. Alright, there's a whole bunch more slug time over there as well. That's this side done. Can hear bells ringing on the wind. It's great because I don't even need to do. I don't even need to do the stupid jump attack anymore. Oh, that's so nice. How is the bow blade? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you. I'm on a strength build right now. I've heard it's pretty good. Some people have spoken about it before. I feel like I'm carving my way through a bunch of innocents here. It is definitely both a bow and a blade. Well, that's a point of no return. I go over that ledge, I ain't coming back, so let's just make sure we deal with everything first. Oh, I'd have to get to that from dropping down by the looks of things. Oh no, there's a staircase just there. Don't mind me being an idiot. As a quick reminder to folks, if you do want to talk about the game without getting timed out from Twitch chat, if you go to the Discord, which I'm sure someone will drop the link for in the social command, if you go to the Discord, then there's a whole spoilers and backseating channel just for you to talk about the game and how badly I'm doing or the things you think I should do. You can get it all off your chest and I don't have to see it. This fat slug boy. Oh, I can just walk over that. Oh no, how will I ever get over this wall? Oh. Whoops. This definitely seems like a range of defenses though, doesn't it? Like a bulwark or something like that, maybe? So many bloodstone chunks. Don't know how I feel about this cave. Well, I know exactly how I feel about this cave. Nervous. Ominous foreboding. Where are you going, huh? Sit down. Alright, right, when they get out of their shells, they can really motor. Super squishy though. Oh. I see you there. Ring, ring. Where you at? I don't want him sneaking up on me. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bloodied trousers. Yeah, bells are like dog whistles for hunters. You can only hear them at a certain range after your brain has been exploded by the cosmic horror. I didn't get a, I don't think I got... Oh no, bloodied trousers, there we go. How good is this stuff anyway? Let me just have a quick look. Really, really good physical defense. Much less arcane defense. Alright, cool. Good to know. Well, we only need to defeat him once more and we'll get the hat, I reckon. Either that or we get the hat from killing the bell ringer back at the healing church. Either way, that's something to do in a bit. There's an enemy around that corner and I wanna deal with that first. There we go. In and done. Right. Madman's knowledge. I'm hearing that singing again. Remember we heard that singing when we went down the well? And there was that thing stuck to the ceiling. A ladder down into the orifice. A lever. Shortcut maybe? It is a shortcut. Alright, nice. Shortcut, get. So we can get back down there now. More kin, cold blood concerning. Nothing at the top of the lighthouse. Everything is happening below the lighthouse, eh? Okay. Go down and find out. So we do that to send that ladder back up. Great One's wisdom. These things aren't attacking. They're all praying in that direction. This reminds me a lot of the entryway to Quelag from Dark Souls 1. She has a whole bunch of misshapen creatures worshipping towards her as well. If I go down here, you're gonna freak out, probably. Alright, well, fingers on the trigger, I guess. There's a lot of something down here. Just stock up. Remember how I was talking before about cairns and rituals and people making pilgrimages to certain places? We're below the water level here. This is the... yeah. Here we go. Something's about to happen. What are you all worshipping out here? The Orphan of Kos. One assumes then that the thing that just gave birth to it was Kos. Kos is an elder god, one responsible for revealing truths to many people and ascending them to a higher plane of being. The Healing Church has been trying forever to make contact with Kos in order to ascend their knowledge. I was wondering if that was a sea slug or an egg sac or something, and it's human-shaped. Hi, buddy. You're literally gonna beat me with your placenta. Alright, well, as long as you know where we stand. Oh, he's tough. Why are we swinging in that direction? Ow, God, he hurts a lot. It's gonna be a tough fight. Ow. Okay, that's got a bit of a backswing to the final hit. We're learning, we're learning. Stop it, your placenta is very heavy. Definitely wasn't full blood vial before we did this. And he also screams, those are my favourite bosses. Ow! I don't entirely know what happened there, but it hurt. Running out of blood vials here. So, small problem with the weapon that I'm using. Super low, ow. Super low rally potential. It's really hard for me to get health back from hits, because it just takes forever to actually swing it. Alright, well, half HP is not bad for a first attempt, yeah? He sounds like he's having fun. Ah, he's a baby just kicking his little feet around. Okay. The orphan, of course. I have many questions about this. If he's the orphan of an elder god, why is he human-shaped? I mean, heck, this whole game has been about people trying to impregnate themselves with, impregnate themselves with elder gods. For anyone wondering, actually, I kind of came to a bit of a... I'll explore down those in a bit. I want to deal with this first. For anyone wondering why we have 4/3 umbilical cord, I think because we found the fourth one inside Yharnam. Sorry, my bad. I didn't realize you were that squishy. Yeah, we found the fourth one inside Yharnam, and I think she was doing some weird experiments with her own blood and managed to accidentally get a bit of baby god inside her. Ow, I kind of just rolled straight into that. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that time we got him down to half health, because ain't happening again. Fairly sure I staggered him before he threw that in the ground, but whatever. You say so, Bloodborne. I wonder if I can use that for anything. Wow, I fired my gun just wildly into the sky in a show of force that time. Didn't even try and make it connect with him. Oh, I can! It can be done! Oh no, now I'm gonna spend the rest of the game trying to do this. Yeah, okay, I can't shoot him in the air. Alright. Let's just give up on that, shall we? Doing better just punching him in the face. He loves jumping around, doesn't he? Oh, that's got a huge delay and it hurts. Up. Nope. I'm just gonna lie on the ground for a bit. It's cool. Taking the sights and the sounds of the beach. Note that it says 1/3 of umbilical cord, not 1/3 of the umbilical cord. No revision, actually, in fact. I'm going to come around here and start throwing around speculation in my channel. It says 1/3 umbilical cord. I don't believe I currently have one on me, but there's no connectors or modifiers to it at all. It says 1/3 umbilical cord. So note, you come into my house with your lore, gotta get it right. Now, the speculation could be that it's 1/3 of an umbilical cord, or the umbilical cord, or the 3rd umbilical cord in a row. Yeah. Again, please, let's not speculate about the game we haven't finished during the lore playthrough of the game we're trying to finish. Kind of ruins the whole point. Not want to let up right now, do you? Can you spout fake lore? Yeah, if you want to get fake timed out. It's like regular timing out, only we fake unban you afterwards. Sassy Ram, it happens. I'm getting into it now. Getting real into the sass. Right. Which way am I going again? This is going to take a while. I think I had my life a bit too easy with Maria. And now I've forgotten what a difficult boss fight feels like. No Ludwig, though. It makes sense, at least. He hits you with his placenta. About as straightforward as it gets. Come on, Cross buddy. Please chill. Well, at least I can stagger him with that. Seems the EU version has a different description, probably. I don't think you're going to get the true Bloodborne experience, and like the proper, as intended Bloodborne experience, unless you play through the Japanese version with Japanese language and a very high level understanding of Japanese language. Especially not just because like translation is subjective. Especially with that language. Japanese is one of those like, the words kind of mean a little bit like this or a little bit like that, depending on context. So, yeah, I think if you want to get the full story, like down to the word correct full story, you need to be a native Japanese speaker or a highly proficient one. Yeah, translation is all just like best guess. I mean, some of those guesses are very good, but it is still what we thought they meant. Oh, saved my own life there for a second. That was weird, camera, but okay. That's a move he could do as well. Occurs to me that what you feel when facing a boss is probably what normal enemies feel when facing you. Yeah, I'm an active hunting boss that searches for them throughout the level. I'm bloody terrifying. How are you today, Marinda? I feel like we should just do what we did with Maria, which is hit him, like try it out a few times and then just come back again tomorrow. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at throwing the controller down and being like, I'm done here. And then the next day, getting it done in a couple of attempts. Alright, cost buddy. Nope, I'm in trouble. I feel like I should switch to the blunderbuss. It's slower, but I'm dancing around this guy so much that I thought I got in my leg, not in time. I'm dancing around this guy so much that keeping a bead on him is a real pain in the ass. So yeah, let's give the blunderbuss a go for a little bit. It's a nice wide spread. Hopefully we can get some more parries that way. Why do I get lost in this room so much? It's just straight across. You just walk forward, you're there. Probably go back to the Hunter's Dream at some point as well. Mustn't forget my 0 blood echoes. If I'm going to continue to try and parry him, I might as well boost the power of my visceral attacks. That just doesn't even seem to be touching him, to be honest. Alright, blunderbuss might still be too slow. Oh no, it can be done. I just can't do it. Please dodge sideways, thank you. Really should have invested some points in Blood Tinge at any point during this game. Not happy with that one, but okay. Enjoying these parries. Whoa, 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 whoa! Cost, please. I guess that's around about half health. I imagine that's gonna make him freak out. I think I can do this. I think we can do this. Just gotta get much better with those pistol shots. think I was doing better with the Hunter's pistol. Right. Here we go again. Now, I didn't know much about this game going into it, but much like I heard that Man vs. Game got stuck on Ludwig for a damn long time, I also heard that excessive profanity was fighting the orphan, that's what I heard, for 8 days! So, that could be a sign of things to come. I hope we're all comfy. I knew I wasn't gonna get out of the way of that one. Sometimes seems like I hit them at the right time with those pistols, but it doesn't initiate the stagger. I'm guessing it's a very, very small window in which to get the parry. 5 for bragging rights? I don't care about bragging rights, I'm just nervous that it's going to take me 8 days. It's not going to take me 8 days. If it takes me more than 2, I'm probably not going to bother. I'm notorious for giving up. Oh no, I don't have enough blood vials. Well, back to the hunter's dream. While I'm here... what? I was going to change my runes. That was it. So, at the moment, I don't need 5% extra HP. I would quite like 20% extra damage on visceral attacks. I'm not using rally... I can't rally potential with this weapon anyway, so let's try for visceral attacks restore HP. There we go, I get in there, I parry him. He probably hits me a bunch, but if I parry him and stab him, I heal myself and do extra damage. Heck, there are worse plans to have. Thank to all the people continuing to host the channel and send out tweets and all that. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps, especially when we get into the later hours of the stream. Please stop. I don't want to be here any more than these guys do. I just want your blood echoes. That's it. Stock up on quicksilver bullets as well. Oh hi, you're awake. Cool. That should give us enough for another run at least. Alright. Back we go. So I think it's gonna be a case of back and forth between the boss and blood vial collection for a bit. Yeah, especially as I go in with a an excess of 3. I really would love to find out why my house is on fire. But unfortunately, I can't finish the game until I do the DLC. Otherwise, I have to do the DLC on New Game Plus. I don't want to do that. I'm not that in love with this game. Alright. Cross, old buddy, old pal, old buddy, old pal. You are the thingamawatsit of an elder god. I have bolt paper. Let's give that a laugh. I don't think it's doing that much extra damage, if I'm honest. Oh no, that's because, yeah, someone was saying this before. I keep trying to do this like it's Dark Souls, and I apply stuff to my weapon, but that's not how this works at all. All I end up doing when I do this is scaling my weapon to arcane damage, not actually making it lightning powered. It ruins the scaling of the weapon. Oh, that's a nice full HP heal. That ruined it. There we go. Yeah, Cost Junior. I hate that. You know they like tested this boss and players kept diving the same direction to avoid that attack. So they added a bit of a backswing to the curve on that specific side. That's what I'd do if I was a horrible, horrible game dev. I love this feels like a ninja fight with us just like... Ah, I found stage 2. Half HP, he has stage 2. Ah. Oh no, don't be like this, Cos. Come on, baby. I don't know if I can parry him anymore. I don't know if I can parry him anymore. What? I was under the impression that the fight would continue as normal. I thought, wow, if I have to put up with this fight for this entire health bar, that'd be a good fight. That'd really test my skills and make me work for it. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I thought it was. Right. I'm going to do a couple of runs of the lecture theatre here. I'm going to get myself quite a big stock of healing vials before we jump back in and try that again. Now he's a teenager. Also, the blunderbuss is better. The blunderbuss is better for the parry. It's just a wider attack. More likely to hit. Why is it so tough to do it this time? I'd rather not die here, considering this is what I'm doing to get myself stuff when I die. I'd rather not. But yeah, apparently at half HP, Kos evolves. He grows out of his baby steps and starts becoming a real problem with wings and the ability to vomit pink acid on everything. So the Twitch schedule thingy, does it display the time on which the event starts on my time zone? I believe so. The best way to check it is it probably says something about, like, 1 PM UK time or something like that. How much does that location net me? Just doing that run is 11,000. Which is 15 blood vials at the moment. I'm sure there are better ways, but I don't want to hear about them. This is the way we've got at the moment. It's fairly quick and straightforward. The enemies are easy enough to kill. Just gonna do it a couple times. Just getting up a little bit of a buffer. Weird, but okay, worked. Again, I suppose I better grab some Quicksilver bullets. Do I do all my break and pause screens myself? I do. I have done all of the art for the channel pretty much since the beginning, apart from the emotes. The Ramshackle we have at the moment, that's done by Gary Faceman, but all of the break screens, all of the overlays you see, I do most of it, all of it. Not very good at it, but it's mine. Oh, you mean this stuff? That stuff right there. I mean, it is an amalgamation of things taken from the internet and repurposed. Like, it didn't come as that picture. It's a composite Photoshop of everything, but yeah. I glued it all together. Alright. Let's try this again. All I intend to do for future games, by the way, is just take that hunter picture on the side and swap it out for whatever the main enemy of the game we're playing is. For Doom, it's going to be a big demon skull. It's whatever. The dust does look like snow. I'm trying to get like a flicker effect from the candles as well, but that requires more skill than I currently have. Oh. Nearly threw myself off a cliff there. Going down again. Ah, excuse me. Okay, so this time I'm not going to charge my weapon with lightning. That wasn't as effective as I was hoping it would be. Not until I dump a bunch more points in Arcane. Come on then. Please stop. Please, for 5 seconds, please stop. Yeah, okay. Remember, you can't hit him on the jump attacks. What are you doing? What are you really doing, Chris? Is this your first time playing Bloodborne? Seems like it. Thank you. That's what we like to see. I can't break free. Nope. It wouldn't leave me alone. I'm wondering if I want to swap out the Beast Cutter again. The Beast Cutter was super useful for pretty much everything that can be staggered. He doesn't seem to be able to be staggered that easily. And I'm wondering if I would rather have a lot faster attacks from the silver blade of the greatsword. I don't know. One thing the Soulsborne series is that there's a ton of lore in all the knights, fighters, and mages, but no one ever praises the true heroes of the series, the elevator engineers. They would. Alright, big props to all the people in the hardware division that make all this advanced engineering. But all of their hard work is undone by the one sod. The one git in locks and obstacles, the locks and obstacles department, who goes round locking all the doors from the wrong side. We'd love to give you the credit, we'd love to give you bonus pay this year. But that one man has undermined all the hard work of your entire department. You get caught in the backswing of that. Can't hear you. I assumed he was gonna, do something, but he didn't. There we go. I've put all my eggs in this parrying basket. I'm hoping I can parry him in stage 2, because if I can't, then there was no point doing this. I'll take that full heal, thank you. Again. Whoa! Okay, you can tell that counted as a double hit because the first half of my health bar went down instantly, and the second half slowly declined. So if you get hit by an enemy, the red part of your bar goes down, you have a chance to heal it back up again if you hit the enemy. If you get hit whilst that red bar is down and the yellow part shows, it instantly gets rid of the yellow bit. And they have no chance of pulling it back. So somehow I got double hit by that attack. Which is why I died. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, that's cool. I get it, I understand. Game on. Okay. Cool. Didn't want to parry anyway. So how's everybody doing at home? I hope you're all here to keep me company. I can't do these boss fights unless I've got someone to talk to. Otherwise I'm gonna go mad. I should probably at some point explore all the rest of this cave as well. I found the boss fight and fixated myself on it, but there's so much more there's so many different directions I haven't been yet. I've started this bit now. How's it going at my home? My home's going fine. Still upright, keeps the rain out. Staggered by him kneeing me in the face that time. That's fun. Next time I do a blood vial run, that's when I'll change up my weapons, I think. As long as I've still got 20 blood vials when I start, I'll stick with the beast cutter. Because it is staggering him. We are getting little baby staggers every now and then. I want to know why he's so aggro on me right from the moment we first meet. You don't know me. You don't know my life. I forgot that was a thing that this game does as well for literally no reason. I was behind him, but okay. You know what our game really needs? A durability on the weapons. Ow. Ow. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream right now. His power as an Elder One is to instantly know your browser history. I've got to kill this. It cannot be allowed to survive. Yeah, I guess we're going back to the Hunter's Dream. I'm gonna fix my weapon. That's a thing. Why is that in there? Why? What possible gameplay experience does it add? I'm not talking about Breath of the Wild weapons breaking as you use them sort of thing. It's just I've only had to do this twice in the entire game. Just take it out. Oh, I need some of the good juice to do it. Alright, let's do a bit of changing up here. I just want to give the Holy Blade a go while I'm messing around with it. So we can get this thing doing a lot more damage. If we just pick the right stuff. Ooh. I do deal mostly blunt damage, but Can I ask chat? This is a... You guys very rarely get a question to answer. With my greatsword in small sword form, is this blunt or thrust attack damage? I imagine it's a little bit of both, isn't it? Pretty sure this is blunt. That's definitely blunt damage. But I'm wondering about small blade. No one? Alright. Normally can't stop you from answering, but alright. Let's take this cursed one for now. Oh my god. Here. You think it's a mix? I thought so as well. Yeah, now I want your help. Nobody leapt to my defense. Well, some of you did. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Now that I've repaired my weapons, I'm sure to do this fight in a very small amount of time. They're extra sharp after all. Hey Carl, I'm back. I bought a new stick to hit you with. Decent camera. Can't stop him from doing that, Chris. I tried to dodge right, but his body pushed me left. Alright, just roll into him, that's cool. See, it pushes me, I go one direction and I end up going the other. Bloodborne. Being a Souls game again, I don't like it. Maybe I should give up on this parry idea and just focus on beating him to death. He knows my every move! Well, at least that time it let me go right. Blunderbuss missed from inside his pelvis. Okay, we just stood in front of him. That ends up being a front attack. Still just trying to figure out the rules for this guy, to be honest. I'm not after advice, thank you. It's cool. I know how to play the game. I'll get there eventually. Ah, I need blood vials again. God damn it. Alright, I changed my mind completely on the blood vial system. It's garbage and needs to be replaced. I recommend a system where the screen goes slightly red on the outside, the more damage you take, and then you hide behind a chair. I find that system much more satisfying. Yeah, I claim that I know. Yeah, no, it's, for me at least, it's the whole point of playing video games, is to play them and overcome the challenge. Alright. Doesn't actually reach down low enough to hit these guys, much to my annoyance. Whoa. Oh, you're still alive. Hi. I thought I got you on the pass through. Apparently not. Alright. Cool. I should probably do this a couple of times. Like, it's all well and good me running in here, getting enough souls for 15 blood vials, and then running back out again, losing all of the blood vials and having to do it a second time anyway. So I might just do it quickly now. We'll just run in there, get our blood vials, stock up for a couple of cost fights, and then give it a good go. Is it okay? Is it a more time efficient blood farming method? No. You've already given me one. This'll do. I'm not agitated with the farming. It's just, it's either farming here or farming somewhere else, and it's not the process that gets to me. It's the fact that I have to do it anyway. Like, this is straightforward. It takes no time at all. It's not difficult. It's safe, it's quick. It's just the fact that I have to do this in order to continue with the game. That's what aggravates me. Again, I should probably stock up on quicksilver bullets. What do we think about streamers not revealing actual names to the community in general? Fine. Whatever. That's cool, yeah. Why the hell not? Pseudonyms have been around for hundreds of years, thousands of years. I used to not like it. I've started caring less recently. Let's go stock up on blood vials in case we need them. Thank you, Randy, I appreciate that. Right. That should be enough for a couple of attempts. I'm gonna give up on the parrying thing. I'm gonna keep trying to parry, but I'm not gonna put everything in the parry box. So, on that rally potential back, 15% stamina boost. Oh, I can have both stamina runes. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna put on both of those rally runes in the hopes that now when I hit him, I'll get all of my health back. Right? Yeah, I I have no problem with anybody who wants to be known by their online handle. More power to them if they want to. Yeah, there's all sorts of strange types out there on the internet who think that being on a first name basis with someone is enough to insert themselves into people's lives. Alright, Goss baby. Let's give this a go. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I could miss 2 attacks. That could be the worst. Don't do that, no. I hate that move. Yeah, that's some nice health back. Get in his guts. Go. That's another one. Yes, it's using a giant shrimp as a weapon. I should stop reading chat. Stop it, Chris. You have important things to do. Again, for whatever reason, I think the chain actually does have mass to it, which is the first time ever. Alright, so, stage 2, second time. Oh, we found stage 2 again. No, he's an arc. He's actually... Hi, by the way. He's actually beating us to death with his own placenta. 'Cause that's a thing people do. This goes a bit into the whole meta about streaming culture again. I think some people don't really understand that a streamer isn't your friend unless they choose to be your friend in private. They offer you entertainment, are nice to their audience, but people take streamers' kindness as a weird surrogate friendship and try to get uncomfortably close. I agree with everything you said right there. I like to think of some of my viewers as good friends who I've gone out of my way to meet outside chat, and I thank you all for showing up here every day, but if one of you showed up outside my house, I would call the police. I'm a random person on the internet. I'm playing a... Oh, fuck am I? I'm lost. I'm playing video games for our entertainment. That's pretty much as far as the contract extends. I know it's kind of breaking the kayfabe and stuff like that, but... Yep. Sit down, Goss. I thought I might surprise you at 2 AM. Ow. That was weird. I didn't see him... I didn't see him pull an egg out of his pocket. Like, he does that, and then he does it. That didn't seem to happen last time. Maybe I just didn't see it. Nope. That one's just deal-withable. Give me that health back. Thank you. Yeah, no, streamers definitely have a little taste of that celebrity culture. Of the I saw you in the film once, therefore I can bug you while you're having your pint. Yeah, not a problem with people coming and saying hi. But, yeah. It would appear there's a small select group of people who don't seem to understand that having a photo taken and sitting down to dinner with a person are two very, very different social contracts. Ow. Ow, I deserved that one because I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. Chat, stop being so interesting. Twinsu, please take a moment. You would have had to have clicked OK to the channel rules before you came in here. Can we not talk about the game that I'm playing, please? You might give away something that I don't know. Like the fact that these take more damage from blunt weapons. It's a fine line to walk for sure. Like, being good friends with your community is super useful. Especially in terms of fostering that community, but yeah. It's all a juggling act. Ow, stop it. Oh, I got him. Shit, well, I went the wrong direction. Got him again. Doesn't matter. I don't know why I keep trying to do that. I don't know what the I don't know what the point is on that move where I can get the parry off. The answer is not anytime easily detectable. Stop it. Burning through health vials here. That's how you get around that. I wonder why he pops those sometimes. Like, sometimes he makes a grab and they just burst in his hand. I'm wondering if there's like a chance he picks up a dud one or something. Please face the right direction, it really helps. Bitch. Oh. Alright. He's gonna go into stage 2 in a second. There he goes. A lose the target lock, because of course I do. I don't actually know all of the movesets for this round. Oh, what a horrible boss. Did you hear me say that the devs changed this boss due to feedback? No, you did not hear me say that. Because I don't know. Happened to a streamer I watched, they outright said they have to think about more carefully who they let into their social life. Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, it's all fun and games until someone's sending you mail to your house when you didn't give out their address. First, you find someone bad, if people are willing to pay to have a chat with streamer, which is completely alien to you. If the streamer is doing it correctly, and again, this is my idea of what I believe correct to be, it's probably completely wrong. The streamer is doing correctly. What they are paying for is to support the channel and support the streamer. Attached to that is a message. But it is at the streamer's discretion to read out loud. If anyone is paying for their message to be read, they're going to be sorely disappointed. And if a streamer is expecting people to pay in order to read their messages, then they're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. Just an FYI, that is the contract here as well. You subscribe to the channel for the sake of supporting me. I give you nothing more, and you get nothing less. There are some streamers already answer questions asked in donation messages. Fair enough, Regent. Again, it's up to you to reward that behavior. We're nothing without our viewers. Goss, stop it. No one's impressed. Can't parry that, Chris. Come on. Parry that, though. I deserve that. Again, it's not my position to tell anybody else how to do their job or how to run their stream. Whatever. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch that. You don't have to watch me. That was a lucky miss. You're not gonna go into your... I was gonna say... Oh yeah. I forgot that's a thing you do. I can't see what's happening, I'm stuck in a cliff. But you know what, it's kind of working for me. Nope. It's not working for me. That was the best we've done so far, though. That's pretty nice. Getting him stuck in that... Oh, fuck, I'm out of blood echoes again. What's the time? Survived way longer than I was expecting. Yeah, he's got this weird bombing run attack where he just grabs as many of his little eggy things as he can and just chucks them on the ground as he jumps in the air. Don't like that move. Not a real big fan of that one. I don't want to run the, how much is that? I don't want to run the lecture theatre again right now, to be honest. Might as well use all these I've got stacked up. Alright, let's go back again. So I'm missing a lot of chat by doing the boss fight, unfortunately, so just kind of like trying to pick up where people have left off. That's fine. I'll just let you guys get on with it. I feel like for me, at least, like viewer interaction with Twitch and stuff like that, getting a bit out of hand, feels a lot to me like when you go to a museum house, like an old stately home or something, and there's always that one person who can't read the "please do not sit on the seat" sign. They go into these places like, oh, this is basically my house now, right? That's always how it feels to me sometimes. Just like, there was rules. There's rules that everybody else just knows, and you still goofed it up. I hate that backswing. Hey yo. Alright, Kos, come on. You've already made me use 8 of my health vials. This switch to the straight sword was a great idea as well, though. That little bit of extra speed, real good. Sorry guys, I'm aware I'm not talking very much. I know that's like And I know most of you are fine with that because of what's going on. I wasn't fine with that, but okay. But sorry, I'm kind of focus mode right now. Didn't notice that this guy is a dick. I wonder if we'll actually that's a point. I'm wondering if we'll get a bit of an umbilical cord out of this. You'd think so. God, he had that attack. What's target lock? What's target lock, precious? Stop it! You've been thunderstruck. Alright, let me catch up on some chat. What are we talking about? At least I saw the attack coming, that's true. The camera made its... Camera tried its damnedest to be like, hey, it's coming from up there. Are you sure you can see it? A lot of people enjoy the background noise. I've been told multiple times that my stream is really nice for that. Apart from times when we're doing screaming boss fights, I try and keep as chill and relaxed an atmosphere as possible so people can have me on in the background. I don't mind being the voice you fall asleep to. That's okay to me. Ow, fuck off. Oh, that was not the one. Hey Z, welcome home. Also, I apologize, I may have missed a donation there from Not Arcto, $10, saying, are we friends now? I think we're friends now. Hi, friend. Hello there. Anybody can be my friend for $10. Anybody could be my friend for $10. Yeah, I appreciate that, Not Arcto. Today has been the worst. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. What's up? I'm cheap. I mean, yeah. That's how you get them. It's cheap. But you only give a small amount. $10 for 10 minutes friendship. Keep them coming back. Keep them wanting more. I keep trying to like stop him in midair. Never works. Okay. It's cool, I didn't want the visceral attack. Thank you. That's what I like to see. Start cheap and then work towards pricey. Exactly. Why do you think sub tiers start off at $5? No brand new viewers gonna watch it for $24.99 a month. That's for the addicts. Ow. The only reason Ram and I are in a relationship is because I gave him baked goods. It's true. It's not even part of a lie. I mean, she was alright, pretty and fun conversationalist and stuff, but she also used to give me tins of cake. So, you know, what could I possibly do? Okay, I've been going for 4 hours, folks. I'm running out of blood vials again. This will be the last run for today, I think. This will be the last one for today, and we'll come back tomorrow and beat it first time. Sound good? Sounds good. Come on, Cossel, baby. Alright, okay, game. Oh, if you get stuck on his little placenta thing, he'll throw you up in the air and stop you from being able to continue doing moves. Brilliant design. Wonderful. Ooh, that was close. That nearly got me. Why? You can't hit him when you shoot him there. Ow. Nearly. I think I figured out that I don't need to dodge those jumping moves. I just need to walk under him. Could someone run that back to me in slow motion, please? Because, I don't know what I got hit by there, but it looked like a piece of flying bullshit. Alright, round 2. Well, there go all the blood vials. And I cannot do that to stop him. Alright. Well, all of that happened. The Orphan of Kos. He's fun. Music, please, maestro. He's a barrel of laughs, ain't he? I think we'll come back to him either tomorrow or on Friday, depending on what I'm doing. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've had a fantastic time today. We got through Lady Maria almost instantly, like straight away. We found a whole bunch of really exciting lore things to look at. Like a whole sunken village, and a whole, like a new elder god to fight. We've managed to connect some things from the past and the present. And I think I've got some ideas on what's coming up next as well. So, tomorrow is probably a press-on recording day. There might be a stream. I'd hit that Twitch follow button so you get notifications anyway.